Welcome to another DK Custom Products video. We just finished talking about putting a new front tire on the trike before I head over to the Texas Hill Country for a few days worth of riding. And something that people have asked us on and off over the years is, what are some of your favorite rides? So let's just talk about what some of our favorite rides are.
So I feel like there are two types of riders in this world. I think we both represent those types very well. Kevin doesn't even own a car. He just rides his bike. He puts thousands upon thousands of miles on his bike yearly. I myself, I'll fully admit, I'm a weekend warrior. I've never jumped on my bike and rode for weeks at a time. And I don't have any intention to do so. But I do love riding around on the weekends. And we are in the South, so there's a lot of places local to us that we can get to. So, I have a few favorites that I'm sure you like, but you also have a few favorites that I'll probably never get to. So let's talk about that.
All right.
So one of my favorite places to ride is the Smoky Mountains. We're about 6 hours from the Smoky Mountains, and I'm not just talking about the dragon, I'm talking about the whole area, the Smoky Mountains. Getting there, getting around while you're there, all the roads, they're all great.
There's not a bad road out there.
There's not. They're all fun.
Oh, yeah.
They're all fun. And there's a certain charm in riding roads that are not very forgiving, so
where you have a challenge.
Where you have a challenge, right. If you
where your life's on the line.
Exactly. So if you run off the road this way, it's a 50-foot drop. If you run off the road this way, it's a cliff face. So you don't run off the road, and there's a certain charm in being in that situation, So I like the Smoky Mountains. How do you feel about the Smoky Mountains?
I like the Smoky Mountains. I like the Dragon. I've gone a few years without riding the Dragon and ridden a lot of other roads, and I start going, the Dragon's overblown. But then when you get on it, it's just cambered so perfectly. It's short. Yes, it's short. But you can ride it 3, 4, 5 times in one day.
Yeah.
It is short, but it's just so beautifully built where you just go like that. More than almost any other road, they built that road. It's like they built that road to break the speed limit. It's not built to go slow.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Ozark Mountains, so we're a mirror situation to the Smoky Mountains, but in Arkansas, state of Arkansas, you don't have to wear a helmet. There's a lot of motorcycle destinations to ride to. There's a lot of motorcycle intended roads, like the Pig Trail route. That's a good ride there.
In fact, you have some video of Mary and I riding the Pig Trail a year or two ago. Yeah. No, the Ozarks are great. In fact, we stayed 1 year, 4 or 5 years ago, in a motorcycle motel. I suppose if you didn't have a motorcycle, you could stay there, but the whole motel is set up for motorcycle riders in hundreds of rooms to go to and stay at, because then you just go in Eureka Springs, I think it is. You just go out from there, and everywhere you go is good roads, even up into Missouri.
One of my personal favorite routes to ride, and again, this is only about 6.5, 7 hours from us, is the Gulf Coast. From the New Orleans area over to Florida, Destin, Panama City, that area. Just that stretch of road to me is really enjoyable.
And you know what? I don't think Mary and I have ever ridden that. I don't think we've ever been to New Orleans on a bike. We've been to Florida on a bike, but we were like going to Daytona Beach Bike Week or whatever. We've just never lollygagged along the coast, but I imagine that would be a pretty fun ride.
It's great. On one side, for the most part, you have the beach. On the other side of you have all the hokey gift shops and restaurants and whatnot to stop at and see along the way. So that's a really good route that I like to take.
Mary's favorite road, I don't know if she's changed it or not, but her favorite road is Beartooth Pass, and you can put some pictures up. We've been snowed on in the middle of summer. I'm talking July and August. We've been snowed on this road, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful road, and it's very technically challenging, lots of curves. It's just a lot of fun to ride. It's in my top 10, and I think it's still Mary's favorite. Kurt took us on the Coronado Trail last year, and that has to be in my top 10 also, and I'll give you some pictures of that. But it's just, it is like a 60-mile long Dragon wannabe. The Dragon has nice overhanging trees over it, and just perfectly cambered roads. This is as twisty, if not more twisty, than the Dragon for 60 miles.
Wow.
And not a 50-foot drop off, a 500 to 2,000 foot drop off. But it's not nearly as well cambered as the Dragon. But it's just a beautiful place to ride also.
Yeah, so I mentioned two types of riders. I'm sticking to the 6 or 7 hour trips. But Kevin has been all over the North American continent. You've been to Nova Scotia, from Nova Scotia to Mexico on a motorcycle.
And up to Alaska.
Oh, and up to Alaska, the Arctic Circle. You know, you've been all around.
I'll tell you one road that's not a favorite. I think it's the only road where Mary has ever started leaking a little bit of tears toward the end of the ride. And that's when we rode up to the Arctic Circle. We were in Fairbanks, that's where we were staying. And we rode up to the Arctic Circle. We left at 10 in the morning, 9:30 or 10 in the morning. And we didn't get back until 11 at night. Now it was daytime the whole time. The sun doesn't go down during that time of year up there. But it was just a long ride, and there weren't many places to stop. It's just nothing up there. But the few places, if we did want to stop, we were just swarmed by mosquitoes that are impervious to bug spray. The bug spray doesn't do anything. It doesn't stop them at all. She got pretty tired. You know, it was only 13 hours, and we've done many 13-hour days, but 13 hours on the haul road, gravel, bumpy, you know, it was just a really long day with no rest because you couldn't stop without getting swarmed by mosquitoes. So that's the opposite of one of our favorite roads.
Yeah, yeah.
It was definitely a memorable road. That was definitely a memorable road. The Icefield Highway up in Canada, British Columbia, all of British Columbia is beautiful. But the Icefield Highway, you would think it was CGI, but it's just so beautiful up there. And the roads are nice. It's not particularly challenging technical roads, but it's just amazingly scenic up there. Yeah.
Well, a big part of riding is the destination. What are some of your favorite destinations to ride to?
You know, you just went against the Harley thing. It's not the destination, it's the journey, right?
I do a lot of
you're
things.
Right. There are great destinations to go to. You would have to ask Mary. I'm really more about the ride. Let's see, well, going to see the grandkid is great. Going and seeing our daughter and son are great. So really, I'm really more about the journey than the destination, but there are definitely places that are nice just to be at, so that after you're done riding, you have great views. The Grand Teton's amazing. The views of Grand Teton's amazing. Anywhere in British Columbia is great. Parts of Alaska are really great. If I were able to, which I'm not able to, forget getting robbed in Mexico, being able to stay right on the beach in Mexico was great. And one day we haven't done it yet. You know, whenever we've gone down to Florida, we've stayed in a campground, you know, like at a rally or something. But it is on Mary's and my list to stay on the beach down in Florida or the Gulf Shore somewhere. So the big saying is, it's not the journey, it's not the destination, it's the journey. But there are a lot of destinations that are nice to ride to and are enjoyable. What are some of your favorite?
I personally like riding. Have you ever been to the Rattlesnake Saloon? It's in northwestern Alabama. It's
I haven't. I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, I like riding to places I typically wouldn't go if I just jumped in the car, obviously, because, you know, you get there, you ride down a hill, there's a saloon buried inside of a mountain, so it's something cool to see. So, you know, you have the fun factor of riding the motorcycle there, you have fun while you're there, and you get to ride back. So a lot of places like that. And I'm also a glutton for bike nights. Bike nights are good.
Oh,
you know, no matter where they are, they're just fun to ride to, fun to socialize when you get there, pre-COVID, and just overall, it's a good destination.
Yeah.
It gives you I like having a reason to ride, not just to ride. I just like having a reason.
an excuse.
Yeah, an excuse to ride.
Reason, yeah, and it because of the whole COVID thing. You know, we didn't do one bike night last year, and we haven't done one this year. And I'm wondering if they're even going to be having them this year. But Memphis is a pretty good area for bike nights.
Yeah.
And bike night on Beale Street, usually on a slow night, 500, 600, 700
Easy,
bikes. On
yeah.
a busy night, 2,000, 3,000 bikes. And they have good food down there.
That's right.
And we've spent years going, you know, three nights a month on average to bike night on Beale Street, getting our same table on the sidewalk. We watch all the bikes just continually riding by.
Yeah, it's great. I think overall, my very favorite place to ride to is my son is in 3rd grade. On the first day of school, since kindergarten, I've dropped him off on a motorcycle. So,
Cool.
Yeah, to me, that's
Uh-huh.
the most fun, seeing him get off the bike and walk up like a badass into the front doors of the school. So to me, that's my favorite place to ride. And it's only a mile from the house.
Wow. So since your kids started kindergarten, he's got to ride from his dad to school on a Harley.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make him do it when he's in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade also. So I don't know how much of a badass he'll feel like then, but we'll find out.
He'll have his own bike by then. Dwayne and I have mentioned a bunch of places that we like to ride, and I am well aware that we've left hundreds of great places out.
So Kevin and I started this video because we were discussing our favorite places to ride. And we thought it'd be a good idea to record the conversation and extend the question to you guys. Where do you like to ride? Leave us a comment below. Let us know your favorite roads to ride, your favorite destinations to ride to, and give us suggestions to where we should ride.
If you like the video, give it a thumbs up.
Hit that notification bell so you'll be updated when our next video comes out.
And subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We'd appreciate it a lot. And don't forget to comment below with where your favorite ride is.
Y'all ride safe out there.